who actually fits that description of somebody who the OMTATAH the sixth.
By the way,
that's my president right there.
The people think I'm just some guy floating there.
Making noise.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm solid.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm solid financially. I'm solid up here.
And I can assure you, if we had just 100 OMTATAHs, then the country would be different. Probably.
Why can't you be the second OMTATAH?
OKIYAH OMTATAH. OKIYAH OMTATAH. OKIYAH OMTATAH. OKIYAH OMTATAH.
Hey, hello and thanks for joining us here at Brave Kenya TV, where we stand for progressive politics, good governance and accountability. If you are new to this channel, kindly please take a moment to subscribe. Make sure you do that, like and leave a comment so we can continue growing this channel together and keep bringing you more entertaining and informative political analysis. Let's go!
Juzi kwa podcast fulani, I heard some guy saying Ruto could actually end up being a one-term president.
He will. Unless he steals the election.
na kichange joride shambia tu tuacheni kelele tuonaneni 2027.
Alepa does not change his spots.
Sasa okay,
but what's the alternative? Okay, tutasema fine, Ruto will end up being a one-term president, and then vote for who? Who actually fits that description of somebody who the OMTATAH the sixth.
By the way,
that's my president right there.
Do you know what in fact alikuwa anafaa kuja huku leo? Amesema kuja kesho. Yeah, the sixth was anakuja huku kesho.
Yeah, the sixth.
But do
yeah. So why OMTATAH?
Why not? He's been a man of integrity. OMTATAH has been with integrity even before he was in politics. And even within politics hasn't changed him.
Kwake anasaidia watu wake.
Wacha nikwambie, people need to understand that he's a senator.
Yeah.
He does not have money. Senators don't have money to change his work is to oversee. That is his work. And OMTATAH, even before it was popular, alikuwa amejifungilianga vigilance house.
Yeah.
I want you to remind you that we are celebrating OMTATAH's work after how many years of him being consistent, of him showing up, of him being clear. But we don't like that. Do we like integrity? No. We like choosing people who lie to us, right? And people who say they will do something. They don't even take 24 hours. They undo the very thing they say they will do. Yeah, you say, there's not going to be extrajudicial killings in my government, and then tunaenda tunakota mwili ya Denzel. May he rest in power. Kwa dam. So we are not doing Rivayala now. We are doing quarries and dams, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's when I changed. I went to the Kenya Polytechnic, studied in mechanical engineering. Then I continued in life.
When did you start your activism? When did you start this? When did you start being vocal?
I don't know, but when I look at my report cards, which I have a record of, they used to say, obedient but outspoken.
Even in primary and secondary school.
Yeah. The concern for your brother, Cain, where's your brother, is a call I always hear. Where's your brother?
Yeah.
I always hear that.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes. And I take it seriously. And my grandfather used to tell me, the grandfather whom I loved very much, he used to tell me that to change the world, you don't have to do great things. If you're walking on the road and you find a thorn, and you pick it up and destroy it and throw it away. Even if you're wearing shoes and you find a thorn and you stop and pick it and throw it away, you have made the world better for those who will come on bare feet and pass on that path. So he told me, you don't have to do big things to make the world better for everybody. Just do the small things that you can do with what you have.
Yeah.
And you can make the world better for everybody.
You still miss the priesthood? You miss that?
I do.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
Would you go back if you had a chance?
Unfortunately, I'm now married.
Oh, right.
So unless I get a special dispensation from the Pope, and I don't know what to do with the wife,
yes,
I'm not able to go back.
But that order would have to come from the Vatican.
Rome has to speak.
In the meantime, what made you get into activism? What made you want to speak up for
the voiceless?
You know, in the seminary, they used to tell us that they educate us, but they also form us. So there's education and there's formation. So concern for the well-being of other people is rife in me, and especially the rule of law. And then, Jeff, there's something here. The power of saying no is something I take seriously. Because if only Adam and Eve had said no, you and I would be in paradise. Christ would not have died on the cross. So to say no to some things that are not good is very, very important. And so when I got into, I've always had the knack of saying no. Like I've given you the example of when I said no to a point of being suspended.
Yeah.
So to say no, for me, it's very important. If I think something is wrong, and I reflect on it, and I form a clean conscience about something, I say no. So my activism has largely been one of saying no to excesses.
Yeah.
So there's the law, obey the law. If you do anything against the law, for me, I will say no, irrespective of who you are.
No.
Watu wasikudanganya hapa ati kila kitu iko sawa. Bwana Rais, wewe ni rafiki yangu, hata unakumbuka ile mambo yanasewa ikianza, nilikuja kwa ofisi yako Transnational House, nikakupata huko na Bwana Ole Kaparo. Tukaongea nikakwambia nataka kwenda kotini na naenda kupanda bus ya jioni niende Bungoma ni file case. Ukani encourage, ukachukua shilingi 30,000 ukanipatia, akasema tumia hii ikusaidie. Hukujua nilikuwa na shilingi 2,000 peke yake. Ndio nasema wewe ni rafiki yangu, lakini mbele ya katiba ni rafiki yangu mkubwa kuliko wewe.
There's also a bit of stubbornness there, huh? You're very stubborn.
I don't know that I'm stubborn, or the media likes portraying me as stubborn. I'm a guy you want for a neighbor.
But you know, what you do, that activism or the resistance takes money. It's not cheap, right? What you do.
Well, it may take money, it may not take money sometimes, because like in court I draft my own pleadings and I argue them myself. I don't hire a lawyer. I couldn't be able to hire a lawyer.
And you're not a lawyer?
No, I'm not a lawyer. But I'm bound by the laws of the land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I have to understand them.
You filed a petition during the Supreme Court hearings. Yours was petition number 7.
Yes.
During the just concluded Supreme Court hearings.
Yes.
And your argument was that none of the candidates achieved a 50.1%.
Yes, in the totality of the arguments I had, but the court thought otherwise. So that's what under the bridge.
Yeah, but it cost you?
It did cost me, but I believed in it. I paid roughly 1.6 million shillings to prosecute that case. I tried to get money from Azimio, they could not give me. But because I was so convicted, I had to use my own money. And I had to file that case.
Yeah.
And I had to argue it.
And you lost in the end?
I doubt if I lost. They say they dismissed it.
Yeah, it means you lost.
Doesn't mean I lost. It means they ran away from it.
You lost the case. It doesn't exist.
But we have gone over it.
Do you regret it? Do you regret doing it in the first?
No, I would do it again. And by the way, Mr. Ruto is my good friend. When President Ruto received the Constitution, he symbolically put it aside. When he received the sword, he showed it to the nation. I just hope it is not symbolic. I wish he had lifted the constitution up.
To show the nation.
To show the nation that it's the rule of law. Not the rule of the sword.
Only you would think of something like
But I laughed. But anyway,
yes.
Sometimes symbolism.
Yeah.
Yeah, but... So I think Ruto is... President Ruto is validly in office now. The politics is behind us. How he got there is for history to determine, not for us now. The living we have to do is to support him to deliver on his manifesto and to hold him accountable to his manifesto. Because I'm one fellow who believes that electoral fraud includes telling people lies on the campaign trail.
Right.
So I take it that he did not tell a lie. He told people what he wants to do. And we would like to let him deliver. But he has to do that within the confines of the Constitution. If he steps out, wembe ni ule ule.
And that's why we want Kenyans to elect people of integrity, people they know they will not be compromised. I want to say one, OMTATAH has not been compromised at all and has rejected. He was very lucky, he was almost kidnapped. And those who have been kidnapped have not been seen for months. So I would imagine OMTATAH will now be missing for months. And because he had been in a church where he had put his phone on flight mode, and then heavy rains came. Because he had an appointment in Nairobi and decided to leave at night. And the latest location on his phone was showing his house. So they went to kidnap him. And I want to say OMTATAH stood very strong. Even the other day in the House, he said, no, we were voting for a bill. He said, and the number was only one. And a member changed their mind and blamed him. And OMTATAH said, I am not part of any scam. And please draw the bars, I walk out of this House. We want members of parliament like OMTATAH. And I can assure you, if we had just 100 OMTATAHs, then the country would be different. Probably
Why can't you be the second OMTATAH?
Ask Senator OKIYAH OMTATAH, if activism pays, was he being sponsored also? What advice can he give to upcoming activists? Were you sponsored when you were doing your activism?
I have not left activism, first of all. I'm also a businessman. Just like I buy for myself lunch, I pay for my activism. And even right now, there are a few fellows who have come. I'm hosting them in my office, various organizations, for free. But I do business, I make good money, and I take part of that money to give back as my way of paying rent on earth. That's why I finance my activism. And that's why I've taken on anybody in this country without fear or favor.
Is your wife a former senator?
Yes.
She is, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And what kind of business do you do?
Transport.
Ah. That's why you're saying the price of fuel is really crazy, huh?
Yes, the price of fuel is really crazy. And it's making it impossible to break even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hassani saying, how is he going to balance between an activist and a senator at the same time? With the political shoes on, I fear we have lost the OMTATAH we knew back then.
I think it's his fear that is misplaced. I believe I'll be stronger. Now that I can also influence the legislature, as well as influence the judiciary to protect the public interest. Just my whole purpose is the public interest. And I think, like now, I'll give you an example. When my brother, there's a document I've been trying to get from Parliament.
There's a what?
A document.
Okay.
I was trying to get from Parliament.
Even before you were senator?
I was a senator, and that was a big problem. This time when I walked there, I was received and I was told that the document would be delivered.
And it was?
Yes.
Wow, you're a big man now.
Yeah, now with that document, I'm now going to use it in court to hammer them again.
And before that, they could never give it to you?
They could never give it to me.
Wow.
Yeah. So I now have that power also.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Kindly ask him if he intends to write a memoir.
I will, because I'm a writer. I've published a number of plays, 4 plays, beginning with Luanda Magere in 1991, and up to The Chains of Jankdom, Voice of the People. Then there's March to Kampala, then Exchange for Honor.
Have they been performed anywhere?
Yes, they are performed locally.
Okay.
Some are set books for A-level across, and 4 of them are being taught in the US under the Black Drama Series.
Oh.
So I'm a writer. People think I'm just some guy floating there.
Making noise.
Making noise. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm solid.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm solid financially. I'm solid up here. Very smart. So, but I'm an ordinary guy on the street.
OKIYAH OMTATAH. 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 OKIYAH OMTATAH.
If you are new to this channel, please take a moment to subscribe. Give this video a big like, please, so it can go out to as many Kenyans as possible, and also hit the bell button so you get notified whenever we post new content. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye bye.
OKIYAH OMTATAH. 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 OKIYAH